Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and having good health. Today we have the lecture number 13, that is from the chapter Fundamentals of Chemistry, and the topic we have is how to write the chemical formula. If a compound is given, then how we may be able to write its chemical formula. So we will study the main steps for this in this lesson. So let's have a look. The first one thing that you need to know it is what does mean by the chemical formula. So basically chemical formula is we know that what are the compounds. The compounds when different elements are combined chemically they are going to form the compound. So compounds are basically represented by the formulas. Compounds are represented by the formulas. These formulas are known as basically their chemical formula. So the chemical formulas of the compounds can be written by using the symbols of the elements. Symbols of the elements. And what does mean by symbols? So symbols are basically these are the abbreviations used to write the element. Here we have the example. For example, if we have the hydrogen atom, two hydrogen atoms over there, it is written as H2, and we have one oxygen atom, oxygen as O. And when they are going to combine, they are going to form the one molecule of water as H2O. As we have right over there H2O, how may be able to know that H2O it is a molecular formula or the chemical formula for the water molecule. So in this lesson we will study about its steps or the main things that how we can write the chemical formula. For the chemical formula, first of all, you should know that what is the significance of the chemical formula. So basically, it will represent the name of the it will represent name of the substance. This is the first important importance you can say that or the significance of the chemical formula. Second, it represents 1 mole of molecule, 1 mole of molecule. Further on, it also indicates mass of the compounds. It indicates mass of compounds, and that mass of compounds must be in atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit, it is basically the unit to represent the compound. Next, it also tells the name of the elements. It tells name of elements. These elements are present in compound. So this is the main significance of the chemical formula. It basically tells about the name of the substances or the main of the substance. It represents the 1 mole of the molecule. It represents the mass of the compound. For example, here we have the formula H2O. From this, we may be able to know its name as it is the water molecule. From this, it may be able to know that it is having only 1 mole of water. Then we may be able to mass of the compound as by combining its atomic mass. For hydrogen we have 1 multi plus multiplying by 2 plus oxygen we have 16. Its mass is atomic mass unit as it 18. So we can find that mass of the compound from the chemical formula. Then we may be able to know the name of the element as it is having hydrogen and oxygen element. So this is the main significance of the chemical formula. So let's discuss the main steps that are used to write the chemical formula. So here we have the steps. So the first step to write the chemical formula is that you must know the symbol of the two elements. The first step we need to write the symbols of two elements and they must be written side by side. They must be written side by side. Side by side means, for example, it may have the positive and the negative ions. So we will write the first positive ions, and after that we will write the negative ions. For example, if we have the formula for sodium chloride, sodium is the positive and the chlorine is having negative, so they must be written as side by side, NaCl. This is the first step. Next we have the second step, is the valency of each ion. In this we need to check the valency of ions, and it must be written on the top right corner of its symbol. So, for example, here we have the sodium, its valency is 1. We have for calcium, it is 2. We have chlorine -1, and we have the oxygen -2. When we are going to write the formula like sodium chloride as sodium, and we have chloride. So this is the chemical formula for the sodium oxide. If we have the calcium oxide, then we will write calcium and oxide, and we will move their valences to the top right corner. This is the second rule. After that, we have the third one rule for the chemical formula, and the third one rule is that the valency of each ion must be brought to the lower right corner. For example, we have sodium +1 and we have chlorine -1. So we will brought their valences to the lower right corner for and sodium over there in the chlorine. So we have NaCl. And if we have the second one example like calcium chloride Ca, calcium is having 2 and chlorine is having -1. So we will move the calcium over there and the valency of chlorine over there. So we will have calcium chloride. We will not write the one, we just mentioned the 2 over there. So formula of calcium chloride is CaCl2. Next we have the third example, if we have calcium oxide. Here the calcium is having +2 and oxygen is having -2. We're writing up their valencies to the down, we will get calcium oxide. As they are having same valencies, so we do not need to write over it. Next we have the fourth one step for the writing valency. If the valencies are same, if the valencies are same, then they are offset and must not be written in a chemical formula. But if the valences of the atoms are different, then they must be indicated as, for example, we have calcium as valencies +2 and for chlorine it is -1. So we will brought up calcium as, so its formula will be CaCl2. So if the valencies are same, on the other hand, we have sodium +1 and we have chlorine -1. Then the chloride valency like down and the sodium valency down, we will have the formula NaCl. So the valencies are same, so they must be offset. On the other hand, if the valencies are different, then we need to write over there. So this is all about for the writing of the chemical formula of the compounds. I hope you guys understand about that. And next, if you have any queries, you may ask me about that in the comment section, and I will get back to you guys soon, inshallah. For that time, have a good day and Allah Hafiz.